this imperial garden of China. Okay, let's start it. You can see over there, behind the lake, there's on the top there's Tibetan Buddhism, the White Pagoda, and this is also a landmark building in Beijing. Because the Manchurian, when they ruled China, they use Tibetan Buddhism to rule Tibet and Mongolia. So they built Tibetan Buddhism style pagoda in the Imperial Garden in Beijing. Okay, and I'm gonna show you more of this garden. So here is an archway. This archway was made of colored glazer tile. So normally the archway in China was made of wood and also some stone carved. But this one is glazed. In Beijing, we only got three or four colored glazer tiled archway. Archway in China is used to serve like a landmark building and also to memory for the building. Okay, so you can see there's two stone lines guarded the archway, and this one is a female because you can see under the hole it is a calf. This is a mom take care of the baby. Okay, let me show you. Okay, and on the right, this one is a male. This is the boy. Okay, so you can see this male line under the pole, that is a bow, symbolize emperor have a supreme power, control the whole globe. And this is the original stone carved line. So this is the stone carved line, and the archway is the symbol of a temple. So we'll go inside this Buddhism temple in the Imperial Garden in downtown Beijing, just beside the Forbidden City. You see lots of these young people. They disguised like concubine. Okay, and we'll go to this Imperial temple in the Imperial Garden. This is the mountain of the Buddhism temple. We call it the Shanmen Mountain Gate. Okay, let's go in. And here you can see this is the marble carved of two dragons and playing with a pearl. So in China, we use the dragon symbol as an emperor. And this is so good because Beijing was looted by the foreign invasions twice. The first time is 1860, Second Opium War, and the second time is 1900, Boxers' Rebellion. So normally in the front yard, and there's two towers on the right, and it is the bell tower. And on the other side, is drum tower there. So in ancient China, we use drum and bell to tell time. And during the day, they will strike the bell, and at night they will beat the drum. Because we don't have clocks in ancient China. Clocks were imported from Europe in the 300 years ago. And here is one bronze incense burner. So they will burn incense inside. And this hall, we call it 天王殿, the hall of a heavenly king, because inside there are several Buddha statues were worshipped. Normally in the center there's a shrine, and that is a Buddha. We call him Happy Buddha. And normally people that touch his belly, because he always welcomes the people to come to this temple. You can see he's laughing. And also we have a saying that he's always loving the silly people in the world. And on both sides, there's some clay figure. We call them 4 heavenly kings. They in charge of each direction in the heaven. So you can see this is the West King. And you can see he's holding a snake on his right hand, and a pearl, a red pearl in his left hand. And the snake is his pet, and also is his weapon. And next to him, this is the North King. And you can see he's holding an umbrella. When he provides his umbrella, all the enemy would be taken into the umbrella. And also he got a tiny, like a scroll. I don't know that word, I forgot. That is the pet. And we'll go to the other side to see another 2 heavenly kings. And all this colored painting. So this one is the heavenly king in charge of south in the Buddhism kingdom. He's holding a sword. And the last one is the East King. He's holding a music instrument. We call it peopel. And when he played the music, the enemy would faint. And we'll see behind the Happy Buddha. And this is a warrior or general. And his name is Wei Tuo. And he is the law protector. He's a protect the Buddhism. And also, you can see he's a warrior. So Chinese people are very, I would say smart. So sometimes we also very shy. We don't want to express ourselves directly. So sometimes we would say in another words. So you can see this Happy Buddha. He is always laughing, and he welcomes people. Doesn't matter as believers or other monks from other temple, and they can give you a free accommodation and food. But more and more people come to the temple if they don't have enough donation, and the temple would be bankrupted. So when people go in the temple and they were shy to ask, so can I stay here for a couple of days? And they will find out the secret. That was behind on this general. You can see he's holding a weapon. If the weapon is pointing to the heaven, that means, oh, this temple we are rich. You're welcome to stay. And if you find he puts the weapon on his arms horizontally, that means you can have free meal, but we don't provide free accommodation. But if you find the weapon was pointing on the ground, that means you can have a look, visit our temple, but you cannot stay here for free meal and accommodation. Funny, huh? And behind, and this is and this whole building was made of a kind of wood. We call it a nanmu wood. It's very heavy density, and in the old day you can only find them in southwest China. Because later all those nanmu wood was cut off to build the palace, so they can only use the pine wood. And on this temple, you can see on the right, on the plaque, the blue one, and that is Manchurian. On the left is a Han. And we'll go closer. I don't know why today the gimbal doesn't work very well. It's shaky. It's too dark inside, but it's a Buddha statue on the shrine. But one thing I can tell you for sure is on the floor that's paved of the kind of a marble with the natural pattern. It's beautiful color, and that is from central China. Used to be in the Forbidden City, the three main hall of the emperor's office was paved of this kind of marble stone. But later, when the palace burned down, and they used the clay brick. But this is the highest standard of the floor in ancient China. All this nanmu wood, because you can smell the fragrance of the wood. So they don't make a colored painting on the surface. So this is the highest standard of the architecture style in China. Wow, the sunset that way. And also, ancient China emphasized on hierarchy. So this building even is a hall for a Buddha. It has the highest standard of the architecture. And you can see the eave, the roof of the building is a double eave. So this is the highest standard of the ancient Chinese architecture. Okay, and this copper bronzeware, it's an incense burner. It's just like a green color jade, it's shining. And also you can see the roof, that was the yellow colored glazer tile, and that was only used by the emperor, because only the emperor was allowed to use the yellow colored glazer tile. And on the other side is the green colored. So green color can be used by the prince, and the common people was not allowed to use the colored glazer tile. rest. Wow, this is beautiful. Now you can see the beauty of the ancient Chinese architecture. Marble platform, because the wood was afraid of the moisture from the ground, so they need to be leveled up so they can keep away from the ground, and also the building could be looks more higher, and you feel more awesome. Okay, we go out. And here's some bamboo. And this is the drum tower. Used to tell time. And here is one marble column. It looks like an obelisk, but you can see there is some Buddha statues are carved on the top. When we go closer, and we can, normally they would carve some characters on the body. Yeah, there's some characters, but cannot recognize. And you can also see here, this is a big marble, like a bell. I don't know what's it used for, but maybe block the door. And here you can have a feeling of the Chinese imperial garden. And you can see the color they matched. There is a yellow glazed tiled roof. 我是中国人。英语。Okay, computer stories. And here you can see this is a colored glazed tile, and this is the imperial garden, and they have very ornate dragon. And all this colored glaze was made in my hometown. I went to that imperial kiln to make this glazed tile. Okay. So Manchurian men ruled China, and we are the Han people. We are the majority of Chinese, and the Manchurian from northeast China, they were considered barbarians. But how can they rule China? And because when Manchurian first become the ruler of China, there's only about 700,000 Manchurians. We got millions and millions of Chinese, Han. They were outnumbered. But how could they rule the Han people? So they have to use the Chinese Han culture, I mean Confucianism, and also, and they would use religion, especially Tibetan Buddhism, so they can rule Tibet and Mongolia. Okay, here is the lines, and here is the view of the archway. Okay, I'll go this way. So the weeping willow are so pretty when they plant beside the lakeside. So today I think the younger generation, or we can also call them now generation, and they were liberated. They were sometimes I'm over 40 years old, and I think I'm old-fashioned, but I think I can accept new things. But sometimes they were young people always beyond my imagination. So it's okay. Wow, India. Yeah, welcome friends from India. Welcome guys from all the world. You don't need to come to China, and you can see our beautiful country. And our white pagoda. Okay. And we'll go this way and find the one we call the Nine Dragons Screen Wall. And this screen wall is very unique because the dragon symbolizes emperor in China. This place is an imperial restaurant. They serve imperial cuisine, but I'm pretty sure you'll be ripped off. This is called the Fangshan, imperial cuisine imitation. Okay, we'll keep going. It's only me here. Yeah, welcome. I like the way you work hard. So sometimes life's hard, but you have to work hard. It's okay. Because I just started live streaming, and I think it's interesting because even though I'm here, you're the only one. I have a guest, a friend, and here you can see, and this is the dragon boat. Sorry. Okay, I have to put on a mask because of the pollen, and so many pollen from the weeping willow. Wow, so many concubines. It feels like you're going back to the old dynasty. Sorry. Well, here's a better view of the White Pagoda. You can have a feeling of this garden and how big it is. No one is easy. It doesn't matter if you're an emperor or you're a farmer. If you want to live or enjoy life, you have to work hard. But it's so funny, in China we have a kind of especially after the pandemic, a lot of people lose their job, including me. So there's a kind of way of living We call it 躺平, lying flat. That means you don't need to work very hard because it's already hard. You just lie down and have the minimum consumption of your money, and you just relax. You cannot enjoy life because you don't have much saving, but you don't need to work very hard to compete with other guys because life is short. So we have so many young people, when they lose their job, they have some saving and they will go to a small city or maybe a city beside the beach and rent an apartment there and cooking themselves and enjoy the rest of life. For me, I think if you don't read books, that's a waste of your time. But if you lose your job and you learn something, you're reading books, that's okay. You can see over there on the skyline, that is the highest building in Beijing right now. We call it China Zun. Zun is a kind of bronze vessel used to worship ancestors and God. So that building is in that shape. It's an office building. And here you can see this white pagoda. Okay, being a YouTuber or streamer, you have to enjoy the loneliness. It's okay. I'm okay. And here is the dog, and also you can see this is a beautiful view with the frame of the door. In Chinese gardening, and we call it a frame view because you can use the natural frame of a building and you get it's like a picture, a frame of a picture, and this is pretty. And okay, I'll do this way. What does the dragon symbols? Okay, the dragon symbolizes the emperor. Okay, and I will go to a secret garden. And they're taking photos. I don't want to. Okay, already somebody go. I will follow them and go to this private courtyard of the emperor. Well, it looks like 7:30. Not allowed. Okay, I'll be back. Okay. Okay, right now I'm in the Imperial Garden in the downtown Beijing city center. This Imperial Garden is very close to the Forbidden City. Okay. It's getting dark. Okay. And this is we call it a pavilion, and this pavilion got a beautiful name. It's called Wulongting, White Dragon Pavilion, because there's 5 pavilions connected together, so we call it a 5 Dragons Pavilion. You see on the top is all the dragons. The dragons painted everywhere. Okay, I think I got a good view. Let's sit down. Okay. This is so pretty. I can feel the breeze from the lake. Wow, the swift. I can hear the singing of the swift. And this pavilion, you can see the top roof is a round shape, and the first layer is rectangular, because ancient Chinese believe heaven is round, earth is square.
Okay, 前还照了相，所以走的少点。
Here we can see the roof, and on top there's we call it a ceiling well or chasm, and there's one dragon. Dragon with the emperor. And you can see this is so pretty. Okay.
往这边走也行，也行，也行，可以两个手放上就行。对，没错啊，都。
Even no one here, I mean, in my live streaming, but I really enjoy.
手腕压下去，哎，食指微翘。
If it's less crowded, it will be perfect. Story of ancient China. I didn't prepare some stories today. I'm just show you around this area. Okay, this is good. People pay for taking photos, and people can make money. Okay, right now I'm in the Imperial Garden, closer to the Forbidden City, downtown Beijing. And here, I'm gonna show you. There's another color glazed archway. I can't deny this is a nice spot of taking photos with the ancient costumes. This is a beautiful archway and with a square building behind it. It seems that there's a moat behind the wall, but I'm too short. Today we met so many concubines. Okay, that goes.
来，你脚上。后招，1、2，看我，听大声，1、2、3，哎，好。
So as I mentioned before, today young people, I mean Chinese people, were more liberated. They have more freedom, or kind of, at least they can do whatever they like. Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, and this area is called 万佛楼 10,000 Buddha building. Okay, awesome. 室外能进吗？哦 ，it's closing. It's okay. Wow. Most of people come here, they just want to take photos and make this beautiful architecture as a background match their costume. But what really have the meaning is those architecture and the stories behind it. And you can see the moat, right? And there's water. Okay, I will be back and to show you the inside. This is a beautiful architecture. Chinese wooden architecture. So when you traveled and it's not just seeing around, so you want to know more about the culture, the real meaning and in their people. So when you travel, take some photos, and I don't say it's meaningless, but this is fun, just fun. So traveling also is another way of learning. Okay.
走吧，他们走吧。
我先走，在前面来。在那边，别往就在前面。
But when you see so many girls are doing the same thing, it's bored. It's so bored. I'm unique. I don't want to be same as other people. I'm trying to stand out because I don't want to be other people. I want to be myself. Okay, we go this way. Oh, that's bathroom. So that's the way entrance. Tell another story because this costume play become a fashion a couple of years ago after the pandemic. Lots of people, young people, they did this dressed up in the ancient costumes and go to the Forbidden City to take photos. And they made a lot of trouble in the museum. So later the government banned. They cannot go to the Forbidden City dressed like that with all the photography gears. So they come to the Imperial Garden. Oh, here's one screen wall. This is over 700 years old screen wall. Okay, so you can see this screen wall, the color of this stone was brown because this stone is just like iron rod. There's an iron mineral inside, so they have it looks like the brown color. An animal on the screen wall was carved Qilin Kirin. This is over 700 years old. The screen walls served like in front of the entrance, served like the block. They block the people's view. They can have a more privacy. So this is the 700 years old. That means when Kublai Khan set up the capital in Beijing, and this screen wall was carved. Okay. 你好，九龙壁在哪儿啊？好嘞，谢谢。I'm gonna show you the most famous screen wall in this Imperial Garden, or even in China. It's called the Nine Dragon Screen Wall. It's a whole big screen wall and made of colored glazed tile with 9 dragons on it. There's only 3 in China. One was in this park, in this garden. The other one is in the Forbidden City. And the third one was in the central China. Okay. I heard there's one in Taiwan. I didn't check it out. 来，劳驾过一下。So that means, excuse me. Okay, I think I'm here. And Nine Dragon Screen Wall. Oh. I didn't find this. I think I keep walking. Oh, I'd like to mention a few words about this imperial cuisine. So, in 1924, when the general driven out last Emperor Puyi from the Forbidden City, and the imperial cook lose their job, and so some of them, they come to this imperial garden, and originally that restaurant was done under the pagoda. That is the imitation of imperial restaurant, and they serve in the 1980s. I think the NHK Japanese TV, and they came to Beijing and they make a documentary about imperial cuisine. But later, and it's very controversial, and people say in the authentic ancient Chinese architecture and converted to restaurant, it's not good for the architecture, because the restaurant they need a fire to cook, and the Chinese ancient architecture is made of wood, so it's not good. And since then, lots of restaurants were closed in the ancient architectures. So later they moved to this spot. And shark's fin, bear pond, and today they don't do that, but in the old days it's common to have some games. But when you travel, even you check out on the internet, TripAdvisor or whatever, and sometimes and you or sometimes maybe it's not your cup of tea, or sometimes you got ripped off. Oh, here we are, and just behind this archway, here we will see the Nine Dragon screen wall. Okay, so our 3 quarters. I'm really glad I can streaming from China. And all these rocks are from South China. Wow. And you will be shocked. One screen wall that is made of hard glazed tile with 9 dragons on it. Now you can see. Wow. Dragon in China symbolizes the emperor. Emperor side, he is the son of the heaven, and also he is the true dragon. And this one, it looks so weird, so fearful. There it is. Wow, you can see. Now you can have the feeling of the size of this Nine Dragon screen wall.
哦，这样啊。
This is a Nine Dragon screen wall. This whole big wall was made of a colored glazed tile with 9 dragons on it. The dragon symbolizes the emperor in ancient China. Wow, it's 9 dragons. Because 9 is the biggest odd number, and we call it a supreme number. Only the emperor can use 9. So there's 9 dragons. Okay, I just show you this 9 dragon screen wall on the side. Okay. I think when I'm walking and talking, and the most important is my safety. So I have to look at the screen of the phone and also have to watch the road. Okay. It's getting dark and the people are leaving the garden. Wow. Sorry. I have to leave. See you next time. Bye bye.